All right, we're recording. What's up, everybody? We saw people hopping on. Love seeing all of your beautiful faces at the end of the day. I am so excited about tonight's call, and I hope it is just so mind-blowingly helpful that you want to go out and conquer the world in 30 minutes. But I have a couple things I want to go over. So I did a brief planning for the month. So our game plan strategy for the month is we're going to be doing a free group starting the 11th. I know that that's a week from now, but with Thanksgiving thrown in the mix, our schedule is a little bit off. So we're gonna do that. It's gonna be called No Wobble Before You Gobble. It'll still be pretty much the same way we run all of our free groups. So it's gonna still be the same. But that's the thing. And then our coach sneak peek, I'm looking at switching it up this month because we've kind of done it the same way the past couple months, and if you're bored of it and I'm bored of it, we're going to do something new. So for our sneak peek this month, we'll do a webinar. So it'll be a Zoom call like this. So it'll be it'll be like 30 to 45 minutes. We've done them before this way, and they've been great. So it'll be something where I will get volunteers. You'll get like a topic or an objection to talk about live on the Zoom. And then, we can all invite to it and all that good stuff. And then we'll have the recording to share with people later. I also have that Instagram up and running. If you have not submitted a little blurb video, like if you follow the Team Restoration Nation page, go ahead and submit it. Like there's no timeline. So I want everybody to be on there. And has everybody seen that Team Restoration Nation Instagram page? So you feel free to shoot or to tag it in your stories like throughout the month. Feel free to. It's my design in it is that we can use it as a resource ongoing instead of it being like a once a month thing. Like you can constantly tag and say, you know what? You hear me talking about coaching all the time. If you're ever curious to learn more, just request to follow this Instagram page and tag it. And then ideally have them message or inbox that account and let them know that you are the referring coach. That way we kind of know where people are coming from as our team grows. That way I can say, hey, so-and-so, Brenda sent me here, and I'll screenshot them and send it to Brenda. That way she knows that her girl is in there, all that good stuff. So if you haven't recorded that short video for that Instagram page, record a 60-second video and send it to me, and I will make sure that you have one of those coach testimonial spots on there for sure. As far as Beachbody announcements, there is $20 off all challenge packs. Or any challenge pack $140 and more. That's huge. So that's a huge advantage for us in our business, especially with like 2B Mindset challenge packs. That is like the best deal ever to get 2B Mindset and BOD together. It's also a great opportunity if you have a current clients, if you're a coach that's been a coach for a little while and you have current clients that have maybe been struggling with nutrition, it's a great opportunity to introduce Ultimate Portion Fix or 2B Mindset at a discounted price, and it's one of the people that trusts you. So if you think outside the box with that also, 3-day refresh challenge packs. So that's all I've got as far as announcements goes. I'm not gonna put anybody on the spot. I want those because we had a couple of people at Super Sunday yesterday, which was awesome. If you went to a Super Sunday in a different region, I'd love to know. My goal is in January for all of our team to be attending a super weekend somewhere, even if that means it's not local. For those of you that are local though, and actually, even if you're not local, you want to go ahead and plan out a trip. What's the date? January 11th is our next Super Saturday, and it's at my church. And yay! So it's going to be at my church, and we will do something team-wide after. So we won't be at the church. Maybe we'll come to my house, or we'll do like a team adventure or something. We're going to make it like a day. It's going to be at my church next time, which is awesome. And it's on a Saturday, not on a Sunday, because obviously we can't use our facility on a Sunday. So mark your calendars for January 10th. If you're local enough, Brenda, if you want to fly out, I would love that. No pressure, but it is going to be a great, great weekend. So that's all I've got as far as announcements go. So I am wanting to share where I'm coming from with tonight's call, and in hopes that, and I got some feedback from, specifically from my sweet Leanne. She was like, after our retreat last weekend, she was like, it's just good to know that you struggle too. And I'm like, I have sucked at sharing that I struggle too. And so I really want to just kind of share where my heart is right now, share that every person as a coach has seasons of struggle, and your business is going to go up and down and up and down, and you're going to feel like you're on the top of the world and you're crushing life, and the next month you suck and you're the worst. And it's just going to be this constant roller coaster, and the sooner you can like emotionally stabilize yourself to where those dips are not quite as big, the easier it will get for you, but it's constantly changing. So for me, my ups and downs aren't directly related to Success Club numbers anymore, or things like that. But I have huge ups and down swings as far as being a leader. Some days I'm like, yes, I'm crushing it. I'm such a great leader. And some days I'm like, I am the worst freaking leader on the planet. I'm doing nothing right. And so you got to know that everyone is human. We all have the same struggles. But I hate that it so often turns into mediocrity. And in myself, as a leader, as a coach, as a human being, wife, mom, all the things. But I don't want that for our team. Heading into the end of this year, you have one of two paths. You can say, all right, it's going to be busy. I mean, freaking dang, I'm trying to sell and buy a house right now, and it's about to be the holidays, and everything is chaos in my life. Like, I could either like check out and be like, this is hard, or I can say, you know what, I have reasons why I want this. And I really want you guys to think about, like, what is it that attracts you to coaching? Like, what is it that makes you want to be a coach? What is it? The community? Is it the finances? Is it potentially leaving your job? Is it earning free trips? Like, why are you here? And so for me, I think back to last weekend, and it sucks that not everybody was able to come, because it doesn't mean that these people that were on the retreat are better than those who weren't. Everybody's the same. But I can speak directly to that culture that we got to experience in person last weekend, and like, that is why I'm here. And so I see a couple of trends happening in our team, and I kind of want to take that by head now, so that we can head into this year feeling like we are doing this together. That nobody feels alone in this process, that everyone feels supported, that you are wanted and needed no matter what your numbers are, no matter what you have a place at this table, and it doesn't correlate to a Success Club number. It doesn't correlate to, it's because of who you are, but I need you to lean in to this support system, because the culture that we are creating here is magnetic, and it's beautiful, and it's friendships that can really change your life. And I'm going to give you some kind of things that I see happening that are happening in my business. And so then I'm pretty dang sure they're probably happening in your business if they're happening in mine. So these are just common roadblocks that you may be facing, and if you relate to them, I'd love to know in the chat. So first roadblock is the holiday funk, okay? So I honestly feel like it turned November 1st and everyone started farting snowflakes, and everyone immediately turned off their, like, I'm gonna get healthy mind, and said, they checked out. Does anybody else feel like people have already checked out? Like, I feel that so intensely. Like, it's like I walked in this Target and there's Christmas threw up everywhere. I love it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love it. But it can be a killjoy for your business. However, that is a mindset thing. We have had so many coaches on our team be successful who started their journey the week before Thanksgiving, who started their business the week before Christmas. So that is just so a choice. But here's what I'm saying. Here's ways that we can approach this from we are going to have positivity and joy, and we're going to do this together. But here's what we do. to handle the holiday funk, the first and foremost is your journey comes first. I will be the first to tell you I've been in a freaking funk with my health and fitness for the last 6 weeks. And it directly relates to my business. Like my business takes a hit when that happens. And it's all tied together. Like my mind goes bad, my body goes bad, everything starts to feel hard. I start to feel like a failure, and it makes me just want to throw in the towel. So our number one job in this season is we show up even harder than we do in a normal season. We make sure that our voice is known on social media even more than we do during the summer or during the spring when people are already wanting to be healthy and fit because they're going to be in a bikini. Just because they're in leggings doesn't mean they don't feel good about themselves right now. And so it's our job to show up, and we are committing. I know how hard it is to say no to treats. Do you understand that my kids eat goldfish every single day, and that is like the temptation of my life every day? But here's the thing. Let me put it into perspective for you. Let me relate it to my family. If I am not choosing healthy choices for myself and my journey, I am stealing the opportunity for me to grow my income. I am literally taking that from my children. I know that's intense. I know that that's like taking it to the extreme, but that's what you're doing. So when we are giving in to, we have to lead by example and show people that hard things are possible, because those treats are still going to be there next Christmas. Next Christmas, there's still going to be all of those things, and you can have everything one bite to taste, like Alana. So I'm going to challenge you that this holiday season, you're going to rewrite your story of getting off track during the holidays. You're going to be more consistent than ever, and this is what we're going to lead with, because if you commit right now on November 4th actually most of you are finishing Morning Meltdown. Tomorrow, you're going to come out with your 100-day results, and you're going to be like mind-blowing, or if it's not, because, hey, guess what? I gained all my weight back during the second round. So you know what? I'm going to talk about that. And I'm going to say, look, here's where my struggle was, but here's the steps I'm already taking to change that story, and it's okay. And I'm going to show you that, and then you freaking commit to that, and you blow it out of the water, and you show everybody what's possible. Because they're like, if Rachel can do that, and she's trying to buy and sell a house, and she's about to go crazy, and she can still get results like that, well, my life is just as crazy as hers, and I can do it too. So that's our number one focus, okay? Number two, the mindset that this is a challenge, but it isn't hard. Have you ever done a cardio workout and all you can think is, this is hard, this is hard, burpees are hard, this is hard, high knees are hard, I hate high knees. If you were to rewrite that, I've really been working on this in my workouts, because I have felt the Morning Meltdown slump, like ready to move on to something else. And I've really been working on this, where in your workout, you're saying, you know what, this isn't my fave, but I can do this. I can do hard things. You're literally rewiring the way that you view your business in this season and saying, this is a challenge, not this is hard. We change that script. We rewrite that story. Now, the next thing is you got to create a schedule. Y'all, our lives are busy. No one on this call has an easy life. We all juggle multiple things, multiple jobs, multiple kids, multiple family members, friends, all crazy work schedules. Like, we all face things. So that means that if every Sunday night you have to take 30 minutes to plan out your week, then that's what you got to do. And that means you're a business owner. And that means that you're going to be intentional and productive. And that is one simple step that you can take to help you feel less overwhelmed and less anxious in your business. Because when your holidays are here, you're already feeling crazy. That's going to help you. Because you know, Monday nights is team call. So I'm going to make sure I've done X, Y, Z. Tuesday nights is power hour. So I know that I have my power hour already on Tuesdays, example. All right, so you will get, okay, so here's the thing. I've gotten 5 cancellations this week already. Oh, wait, it's only Monday. See? 5 cancellations already. And that is the nature of this season. And you have to emotionally detach from the fact that someone's going to return an order, someone's going to cancel their account. That does not mean you are a bad coach. It does not mean that you are not good at what you do. It just means that people freak out this time of year and they say, holy crap, I got to pay for Christmas that I haven't planned on, even though I knew it was coming all 11 months of this year. I can't have this Coach account. And so that's just the nature. And so you see that, and you see that form come in and it's cancellation, you're like, immediately you feel defeated. Immediately you internalize that you failed. I want you to dive into personal development without hesitation. Do not let it ruin your day. Do not let it take you off track. Know that it's coming. Know that it's natural. Know that it's a part of it, and you move on, okay? Because I already had to do that like 5 times in the last 2 days. Okay, so you have to speak to the time and money excuse on your page clearly. And whenever you're getting that behind the scenes, you attack it on your page. You're like, I know how hard this is, but XYZ. I know that you don't have time, but XYZ. Here's why I feel better for doing my workout. Here's why I feel better for skipping Starbucks and drinking my shake. You have to attack that head on your page, because you're going to hear it behind the scenes. So if you're already honing in on it on your page, you're going to be chipping away at that reasoning. Okay, so that's kind of area 1, how to handle the holiday funk. So hold on, we've got chat going. My sister told me she didn't want to sign up. She wanted to wait till the first of the year. 3 months in, still trying to get my sis on board. Girl, I understand. It took me like forever to get my parents on board, and they are off board currently. Anyways, another story for today. Okay, who are you serving and why? So I really, and y'all may have seen the post I did on my page today. Feel free to copy it if you want to and post on your page if you felt like it was helpful. I really feel that what will set you apart in your business, especially this time of year, people are bombarded with people trying to sell crap, makeup, nail things, whatever they're trying to sell, all over Facebook. And that is what they're seeing. You have to be different. You have to be different. And you have to have a reason that people want to connect with you beyond the fact that they can get a sale, or they can get a sale with you on a challenge pack. So you have to know, when you're looking at your network, when you're looking at the people you're trying to talk to on your social media, who is it that you're trying to talk to? Who was the you before you found fitness? Who was the you before you found community? And that's who you're speaking to, and figuring out how to serve them. I was so annoyed when I put up that post and everybody wants food ideas. I don't want to give people food ideas because that's a lot of work. But you know what? That's what people want. And honestly, that's what I'm struggling with. So it's a great opportunity for me. Here's what I did. I did that post. I figured out what people were saying. I took my calendar out, and every day I put a topic from one of those things that those people said. One of them was mindset. One of them was, I don't remember, but it's like every other day is a food topic. But that's what, so I know I need to serve people on my page. And that's what I want you to go into this season doing, is that how can you serve someone? How can you help them overcome temptation at a holiday party? What are practical tips that you can give people, and lead with that, because that's what's going to set you apart. There's going to be a million people trying to get a sale during this holiday season. I hate that that's the way it is, but that's where our team gets to be different. We get to show, guide, and lead the way, and also serve in the process. If we're doing that, you're building trust, and you're going to stand out amidst all of the other people with their neon signs trying to get people's attention to sell something. So who are you serving and why? Analyze your page within this. So would you want to join you? If you were to go to your profile right now and reflect on everything that you shared in the last 7 days, would you want to join you? And if the answer is yes, then why? What are the reasons that you feel like are your strengths? What are you doing well? And make sure you recognize that. If the answer is no, why is that? Are you posting too much about your workouts? Are you just posting a quote and not enough value? Like, what are you doing that would make you or wouldn't make you want to join you? You know what I mean? So do it in a constructive way, not in an ISEC way, because it's 2 very different viewpoints. But analyze your page. Take your struggle and turn it into a victory, right? So for me, my struggle with nutrition always has been, always will be until the day I die. But I'm going to take that struggle and I'm going to turn that into a victory, and I'm going to show them how to do that. And you are going to figure out what your struggle is. If your life is so busy, you can barely fit in a workout, that's your struggle. show them how you turn that into a victory. And share, that's how you share the struggle with a twist that makes it to where someone else can says, oh, so-and-so inspires me and she deals with what I deal with. I can relate to her. She's going to help me. Okay. What vibes or energy are you putting out on your page? Is it things are hard, this sucks, this is no fun, or is it aggressive? Like what is it that you're putting out, and is that what you want people to be receiving? And I don't know the answer to that. So every one of us is going to be different. So the people that are going to be attracted to me may not be attracted to Courtney. The people that are going to be attracted to Courtney may not be attracted to Emily. And that's what makes us all unique. And so that's where you get to analyze your page and say, am I putting out the kind of energy? So here's why I say that. Energy is when you guys get on a call on Monday nights, and I'm on here, and you logged in because you knew that I was going to be bringing the fire, and I was going to be bringing the energy, and I was going to be bringing the heat. And that is what you have to give on your page. It may feel weird. Do you think that 4 years ago I showed up like this? No. 4 years ago I refused to lead team calls. 4 years ago I wouldn't even make my own Facebook group for my own team. 4 years ago, I would never have been on a call like this, much less have spoken it. Super weekend, please. You have to bring the energy before you believe you have it. And if that means that you feel like a goofball in the process, you need to be alive on your social media because you're going to attract people. When I was doing Morning Meltdown, people were flocking to me because I was so happy with how I was living my life in that season. And I was so focused on me. Like my job was to take care of me. And for whatever reason, I got out of that. So when I got on a call today and we had a call with corporate, and what's so cool is that when you get to a certain level, you start tapping into these groups. And it was a hot seat call, which means that another leader in the network, we got to ask questions. So it was two girls who had gone like 1 star to 8 star in the last like 6 months, which is mind blowing. So we were interviewing them, and she said the number one thing that you can provide people, they're going to draw people to you, that's going to make your yeses be so much easier, is your energy. If you get on your stories and you're excited about life and you're pouring from your personal development and sharing what you learned, and I heard this from Jenna Kutcher, who's an Instagram, anyways, Jenna Kutcher, and she said, my goal every day is just to show up with joy for 60 seconds on my Instagram stories. 60 seconds a day is not too much to ask. And so if you think about 1 minute out of your whole day, can you show up with energy for 1 minute? Don't wait until 10 o'clock at night. Do it earlier in the day when you're not tired. So show up with energy on your social media. That's going to change everything. Okay. Talk about who are you serving. I want you to own your own crap. Okay. I want you to own it. And then I want you to flush it. All right. Own your crap and then flush it. Because I know you're laughing at me. Seriously though, like we all have stuff that we're battling in our business. We're missed power hours, failures to hit a certain rank goal, like we all have our own crap. I want you to take it and I want you to flush it, because we're not bringing that into November. We're not going to worry about the last 6 weeks. We're not going to worry about the last 6 months, 4 years, whatever that looks like. We're going to take it and we're going to get rid of it, because it does not hold any, I see you, dude. It does not hold any weight. Okay, now it gets even funner. Any weight in our lives right now in this season. It does not serve a purpose, y'all. So be your own hype girl. We all struggle with motivation. Do you think anybody wants to sit down and really do a power hour? This is a business, y'all. Like this is a business. We are working to make money. So there are things that we are not going to want to do. You got to be your own hype girl. There are sometimes going to be times where there are going to be people in your corner pushing you to do what you need to do. And there's some times where you just got to suck it up and do it anyways. And I'm talking to myself here. There's a lot of this in my business right now where I'm like, I have so much doubt that I'm not good enough that it cripples me to want to do the things that I know are going to move my business forward. And I know you can probably relate to that. And so we're going to own that, and we're going to get rid of it, because it does not serve us in November. It does not serve us throughout the rest of this year. the slight edge philosophy is such a life-changing concept. If you've not read that book, it's a good one. I'm still in the middle of it, but the concept is essentially that you can make small daily changes that could completely and radically change your life. That these routines that you set up for yourself each day you are either growing or you're dying. There is no in between. There's no maintaining. Like, your choices are either going to take you one direction or the other. So which choice are you going to make in this? And that's part of owning up to where you're at and saying, okay, tomorrow's different. I'm going to make it better tomorrow. And that's the slight edge. That's slightly better than the day before. And if the next day you do slightly better than that, you're going to be on this upwards trend, and it's going to get easier. Take the time to brain dump and create vision. I love to do this on Sundays because I can figure out what I'm doing on my week with my schedule, and then I can take the time to everything that I'm thinking and feeling about my business. I just dump it all on paper. I don't have to do anything with it, but it's out. And I can literally, if I have time to put it in the pockets of the day and assign the times of when I'm going to do them, then I do. But regardless, I have all of it out on paper, and then I can start to create a vision for what I'm going to do in my business. Organization is so hard. Courtney said she should be preaching. Yeah, girl, preaching tonight. I should have worn a sleeveless tank top. All right, so here's something that I'm going to talk about that really only I don't want this to come across bad, because I want everybody to feel like they have a place in this team. But you're on this call because you want to build a business. And we have such an advantage with our team because our team we love big, we love hard, and there is only a percentage of this team that leans into that. And so I am going to challenge those of you who do not lean in to the opportunity that you have for account. I am at the point where I feel like it's something wrong with me when our group chats suck. I feel like I'm doing something wrong when the accountability isn't. I'm like, okay, I'm going to create this accountability pod, and then nobody does anything with it. Guys, we are here. You asked for accountability. Like, we need to make that happen for each other, for our team. Like, we have that. If nobody knows what you're struggling with, nobody can encourage you. If nobody knows that you're going through a hard day, you don't have anybody rallying behind you. And that's what is so beautiful about our team. So I want you to I want to take the Instagram story. We've started really honing on Instagram stories, which I love. I love resharing Instagram stories. But if you're not one of those that gets tagged, it's probably because you're not active in the chats and we don't know, or maybe, did you know that Instagram actually limits the number of people you can tag in a story? So you can only tag like 8 people. And so by the time I've tagged the 8 people that have already tagged me, I have no room to tag anybody else. So if you see an Instagram chain that you want to be a part of, you get in on that dance party, and then you tag somebody else in the team, and you keep it going, because it doesn't mean that you're excluded. It just means that Instagram is a diva and we can't tag everyone. But that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like, we have the opportunity to like create excitement and joy and like have fun together, because this should be fun. Yes, it's work, but it should be something that we enjoy together. So if you want other people to share value in the team page, then you show up and you share value. You listen to a podcast that rocks your socks, you post it in the team. Courtney is really good at this. I will tell, I got to shout her out, because Courtney is really good at this. When she sees something that she's like, listen, girl, Rachel Hollis just lit my pants on fire. Here's this podcast. And she posts it in the team page. Like, that's what we need to be doing. If you're hearing or you're learning or you're digesting stuff, share it into the team page. And here's the thing. If you don't have anything to share, that means you're probably not actively working your business enough to feel like you have something valuable to share. That means you're not thinking outside the box to say, okay, I'm struggling with inviting. I'm going to go to YouTube and search it. And then you share what you found because it helped you. That's what we want to be. We want to be that helper within our team community. If you want your clients to feel supported in our challenge groups, then you support everybody's clients. You go in, and whenever you have a pocket, you go through and you be the cheerleader, because one day you're going to have a butt ton of people in there too, and you're going to want the whole team to rally around your clients. And so in this season, as you're building that, we all rally around them together. So lean in instead of turtle shelling when things get hard. We're going to lean in to the support that we have in this team because it's awesome. Okay, I only have 2 more things. Do you need a mindset makeover? So we touched on this a little bit. I want you guys to know that you don't have to be perfect in this business, okay? There are going to be hard days. There are going to be hard seasons. You're going to get sick and you're not going to be able to work out. And then you're going to have there are things that are going to happen. Try to crush the week instead of necessarily the day. So maybe your Monday goes to heck in a handbasket, and Tuesday you have the opportunity to say, well, I've already screwed it up. It's just like your nutrition. I've already screwed. I've missed my power hour on Monday. I already suck. You get in that headspace. Well, I'm not going to post because I'm not feeling it. I don't know what to share. And it just becomes this tornado of like coach death. And instead, look at your week. Did you rock the week? You know, Saturday and Sunday are great makeup day. Did you rock the week? Not necessarily did you rock the day. And I want you to really be diving into personal development. As you hear this season of this business in the last quarter of the year, you're going to hear more no's than you're used to. You're going to get more rejection than you're used to. And that's going to stink. And you have to tackle that head on with personal development and say, you know what? These people are my future yeses. So they might say no, not right now. Like Sarah, your sister, she says no right now, but come January, it's going to be the sweetest yes because you will have waited for her, but you didn't give up on your goals just because you were waiting for somebody to say yes. It's that you said, okay, this is my goal and I'm going to go for it. And if that means I have to get a lot more rejection in the process, I still am really attached and connected with that goal. So that's kind of your assignment for the month. We are pushing for this kind of huge team goal. And I feel like there's this misconception that just because maybe you're not a diamond coach or not one of the people that are pushing for diamond or whatever, that you're not valuable. But the truth is that everybody on this team has are valuable. Like, you all matter. And at our super weekend, our guest speaker, Mike Fitzpatrick, he basically said, when my team, my upline goes elite, I'm a part of that. And when his upline reaches their goals, I'm a part of that. And they couldn't do that without me. Whether they could or could not doesn't matter, but he takes that kind of ownership and says that my role in this team matters. And that's really important for you to kind of say, look, Restoration Nation is counting on me. Like, I need to show up in the group chats. I need to show up in the team page. I need to show up on power hours because I love our team and I don't want to let our team down. And so I want you to look at November as your opportunity to crush goals early, okay? So we don't want to be at Thanksgiving working to hit Success Club. We want to hit Success Club by the 15th of the month because we know that toward the last half of the month, things are going to get a little bit crazy. And so we need to be focusing on a heavy, heavy push for these next 10 days while we're working to reach that goal so that you don't feel stressed at the end of the month. You've reached your goal. You have that vision. So anyways, that's all I had for tonight. Any feedback, questions, things they want to cover? I can't remember if there was anything in the chat that I should have covered that I didn't. I think I talked about the cost objection a little bit. I really think a lot of what we're facing right now is we got to get out of our head, y'all. Like and today when I was literally like, I did not want to hop on this leadership call. I was like, it just is so annoying that these people get on there and they're just telling about how successful they are and blah, 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 blah. I had such a bad attitude. And I was like, I'm not going to get on. And you know how fired up I felt after that call? I was like, kids, go play outside. I mean, I couldn't. They would go get run over by a car. But go play outside. And I've got work to do. I got to conquer the world. Because I just felt so filled. I felt like, oh my gosh, I feel on fire. Like, that's our opportunity right now to get out of your head and get out of your own way and say November can be different than October and the months before. And if you had a killer October and you're feeling the post-October slump, you lean into that and get your mindset in the right place so that you're approaching everything in your business from a healthy perspective. So was that helpful, guys? Like, did you even need this pep talk? Okay, I'm getting some head shakes. Okay. I just want to serve you. Like, I never want, one of my biggest fears is that my goals are placed on you, and I just want you to reach your goals. Whatever that is. You just need some besties, great, we're here. If you want to make $1 million, let's make it happen. Like, I just want you to reach your goals. And the key with that is communication. Communicating that to me in your upline if that's not me, sharing that with our team, sharing that in our accountability pod, saying this is what I want, hold me to it, and really working towards it. Brenda asked a question. When you first started, oh, this is a good one. When you first started sacrificing time and sleep, did you have days you slept in or ran out of gas, and how do you recover from loss of sleep? That's a good question. So it's interesting. I have really reevaluated this because I have struggled a lot with this in the last 2 months, actually, to the point where I'm like, do I need to go to the doctor? Like, what's wrong with me? But I think you have to step back and look at, did you actually get enough sleep? Or so a lot of times I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so tired. And then I calculate, well, I actually got 7 hours of sleep. Like, I should be functioning really well right now. And so a lot of it is just in my mind. I would block off that you have to give yourself permission for the days that you're going to sleep in. What will happen is when you skip your alarm or you skip your schedule, you will feel like a failure. Whereas if you allot time for a day of rest or a day of sleeping, and that becomes your chore, like you pencil it in, it's a blessing instead of like, I'm a failure. Does that make sense? So in the beginning, I did sacrifice a lot throughout the week, Monday through Friday, and then on the weekends was my recovery, and then in the afternoons on Saturdays and Sunday was catch up. So you just have to figure out what works for you, but I don't want you to burn out. And so I want you to be scheduling in that time for rest, whatever that looks like for you. But it's better if you schedule it, because then you're not feeling like a failure because you're tired and you skipped your alarm, if that makes sense. Anything else? Mary says this was helpful. Yay. Okay, so tomorrow night we have a power hour. If you've never been on a power hour, you need to know how to do that. That's how you build your business. So we'll be doing that tomorrow night at 8:30. I'll be posting the announcements for the team tomorrow also, but I just basically told you everything. So here's the plan for team calls. Unless you tell me you have a topic that you need help with, we are going to plan to power hour. We might power hour like 2 weeks of the month, and then we'll have a guest speaker, and then I might talk, and I'm just going to keep you on your toes as to what it's going to be each week. So right now we're just going to power hour on Monday nights until further notice, because I'm really selective about what leaders I allow to speak to our team, because I don't want y'all to waste 30 minutes of your life. So I'm really selective about who I pick. But tomorrow night, power hour, 8:30. Who is going to be on the 4:30 to 6-ish time frame 100 workouts tomorrow? Yay! Okay, so I want to be there. All of us are going to be there, most of us at least, for that 100-day workout tomorrow morning, and it's going to be good. So I love you guys. I think you're amazing. I'm just so thankful that you're here. I want you to know that you are wanted in this team, okay? And so lean into the community that we have, because that's honestly one of our biggest attributes. Like, rank number 60, all that stuff is great, but the fact that we love each other the way that we do, that's what matters. So let's lean into that this week, okay? All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hopping on tonight. Bye.